Hello, everyone, and welcome to this latest episode of Monsters Love You Too. And we've made it to chapter 3, and we're an adolescent, and yeah, we got kicked out of the. Yeah, we no longer get fed by a tristle. We're just on our own. We have to fend for ourselves now. Your entire body aches from a tristle's furious kick and the impact of landing. You see tangled wires, rusty pipes, bricks, concrete, and tires. The shops are all around you. The coop walls huddle in the distance. You hear the wind, you smell mud and your own scent. You feel an intense hunger. Now that you're awake again, you can move, but it's hard. The only thing in reach that isn't stone or metal is a tangle of dead weeds. Oh, we don't have any flesh. Let's see if we can find anything edible. Okay, you don't find a single beetle. Not even an ant. Your hunger grows, weakening you. Let's go to the dirt farm. Go downhill where it's damp. A gust of wind blows dust and dead grass in welling columns. When they settle, the air smells different. Mushrooms and slime. It reminds you of the gobbets a tristle fed you in the coop, but richer, earthier. You see adolescents, but they're nothing like the gang members or like you. They're softer and slower. They jab at the soil with sharpened sticks. The word farmer comes to your mind. The farmers work in pairs. One pair is far away from the rest. They look weak. We do have some guts and brains. Why don't we wait patiently for a safer opportunity to steal some food? A little later, three tough looking adolescents approach. They call the farmers over. You slink about in the shadows unnoticed. The farmers and the other adolescents aren't trying to be quiet. You can hear them fine from this distance. The stronger adolescents look like gang members, but you didn't see them with Sluggoth's gang. But you just can't have that much food. We need to save some to keep the crop growing, or we won't have anything left. Don't talk to me about the future. I'm hungry now, real hungry. You could take a little from each farm. Isn't that how it usually works? I don't feel like walking around. Your stomach rumbles again. You realize that the patch of crop is unguarded and nobody is looking. Really? Okay, pluck just one plant so the farmers don't have an even worse day. Okay, so our greed and our malice have gone down. -1. You pull up a white starchy bulb. As you run off, you devour it. Crunch, crunch. It makes your eyes water and your nose tingle, but it barely takes up any space in your belly. Hey, you smell that? Our crop. Kill that feral. Just run away. You turn and sprint off at full speed. You almost trip over a pile of smooth stones, but manage to keep your balance. You hear the adolescent shouting after you. Yeah, you better run, feral. If I wasn't so lazy, you'd be dead. You hear me? Soon you're along with your ever-present hunger. The bits of food you ate have already been burned away in the furnace of your belly. You have to sit down for a while to recover your strength. You can still hear monsters laughing from the damp area. It smells like they're roasting some of the mushrooms on a fire too. Try to be philosoph- that word about things. It helps a little, not much, but a little. The calm moment of contemplation helps you compose your thoughts. There's nobody here but you and the shadows. You burp and catch a whiff of your earlier meal, but it's not the same. Um, Near the vat. Oh, near our birthplace. Yeah, let's go near the birthplace. The walls of the vat don't seem so high now, but they still loom above you. You climb up easily. Oh. The surface of the vat ripples as morsels swim just beneath it. An eyeless morsel larger than most breaches the surface. It rolls over and descends before you can react. Was that a sound somewhere nearby? Uh, Might be something. I'll be careful. As you watch the little shapes drift and swim, your belly rumbles. Take a careful look around. An adult rushes along the vat wall, springing right at you. He opens his maw wide. Picking on the little ones, are you? Sounds like a good idea to me, little one. The adult jumps down and puts one foot on your belly. You can't breathe. And to think they said old Zook was stupid for roaming around the shops alone. Looks like they're all stupid, not me. Zip opens wide for a second bite. Fight against him. Zip roars with delight as you struggle. His laughter echoes from nearby runs and stones. Ah, flesh tastes good, but fear tastes better. Fight me some more, little one. Another adult walks around from the other side of the vat. He's carrying a weapon and he doesn't seem to be in a hurry. I thought I heard something over here. Ask. Hi. Want to share? No, I don't want to share. I thought I told you not to come around here, you scraggly bag of stupid. Elder Gratrag says we're losing too many morsels. He moves his spear from one paw to the other, not even looking at Zook. It's not just me. I hardly ever come here at all. Hardly ever is still more than never, Zook. Um, Smile thankfully at Hask. Hask smiles back. Wow, that's a lot of teeth. Hey, Zook, look over there. Hask points with his spear at some nearby bricks. Huh? What is it, Hask? He looks around. Are you making fun of me? Yeah, but I'll never do it again. The spear swings shining in the weak sunlight. Shracked! Zoop falls to the ground. Maybe now I won't have to spend half my time wandering around here not eating delicious morsels. Hask bends down and takes a big bite out of Zoop. Oh well, nobody's gonna complain about this waste of slime. Ask Hask more about why he's here. Hask looks up from his meal. Are you still here? Well, since you ask, I work for the Elder Council. He waggles his spear. It's not a bad job. You have to deal with some fools, but he takes another bite. Sometimes that's not so bad. Why don't you have some of this? Just sit down next to me. Husks pats the ground next to him. Okay. Ask blinks and almost chokes on his next bite of soup. Salt and slime, it worked. Hask coughs and fumbles his spear around. You see where this is going and sprint away. You run until your breath fails you, then stumble a little farther. Your belly complains with a sour rumble. A belch works its way out of your nose and mouth, burning and stinging. You're so hungry. Okay, well, I guess this is the only place we've got at the moment. You look around, hackles rising. Oh, it's not another monster, it's just your stomach. Even walking is difficult now. Your knees crackle and your ribs creak. Walk carefully and slowly. As you draw closer to the coop, you can hear voices echoing over the walls. They sound happy, happier than you are anyway. You can see a lookout up on top of a Tristle's bunker inside the coop. Patush is leaning on a bell as big as she is. No cracks, that must be a new bell, or I don't care about bells right now. You avoid the coop gate sticking close to the walls. Patush can't see you down here. Study the damaged walls. There are cracks here and there, nothing big enough to wriggle through, at least not on this side of the compound. Remember that in case it matters later. It's a feral, an adolescent. Patush picks up a rock and bangs it against the bell. Bong, bong, bong. Smell a ferocious... No, don't smell. Patush looks down at your strangely quiet visage and gives a disturbed squeak. Bong, thud, bong. Don't yell. Patush keeps banging the rock against the bell, but there's another sound mixed in with the bongs and thudding. Thud, thud, thud. The coop gate flies all the way open, revealing a Tristle. She bellows and reaches down for you. Explain who I really am. The words spill out of you, tumbling over one another. Aging too soon, fighting Sluggoth. You trail off as the Tristle stares down at you. I've heard that kind of story before. What kind of fool do you ferals think I am? A Tristle kicks you very hard. You bounce off a wall, a pile of bricks, and a tangle of barbed wire. Ow! You hear the coop gate slam shut in the distance. Your stomach growls again. You've eaten nothing. You feel weaker. Poke around for something to eat. There's got to be something to eat somewhere. Moving among the stones, you find nothing edible but a brownish stain on a ruined wall. It looks a little like a paw. Give it a lick. Blah. Terrible. It hurts your tongue. You're getting hungrier by the moment. Dizziness is starting to creep up from your belly to your head. Something tickles at your memory. Something you heard when you were a newborn. Remember. You concentrate and recall a conversation about a secret cache, special herbs here at Crumblestones. Yes, that's it. Sluggoth's secret stash that nobody's supposed to mess with. Find it and mess with it. You range across several of the stone piles and spot a large rock up high. Pulling the rock out of the wall reveals a plastic bag stuffed full of aromatic herbs. Nibble on the herbs. Your eyes snap shut and your ears fill with strange music. The world revolves around you for a moment. When your eyes open, you feel well rested. and you feel bolder. Rubbing the fatigue from your eyes, you move between what were once two stone buildings. They're nothing but but piles of rock now. Footsteps echo from the walls. You're not alone anymore. Three familiar-looking adolescents march along the ruined street. They're carrying plastic bags like the one Trissel used to carry slime goblets. The bags aren't empty. Attack them and take the food. You howl and jump into their midst, claws extended. Unfortunately, you're surrounded now, and they have claws too. Youch. R. Ow. Lousy feral. You get in a few swipes. They hurt you more. They chase you, but you manage to lose them amidst the rubble. You huddle in the corner of two moss-covered walls. You tried this moss before. It's not good for eating. You hear the footsteps again. They're coming this way, but then they pass on, heading somewhere else nearby. It's easy to creep along behind them for a while. They come to a stop before another building. A pumpkin watches the street from beside the door. It has a face carved into it and a fire inside it. You stay out here and stand guard. Neurology. Really? Why do we need a guard? 'Cause we got orders, that's why. The lovely smell of cooked squash reaches you. Your stomach rumbles faintly. Neurology rumbles around in his plastic bag. He pulls a slime goblet from inside it and smiles. Your stomach rumbles faintly again. Sizing up this adolescent, you can see he's bigger than you, but slow and sort of clumsy. You might win in a fight. Let's go up and attack him. Neurology jumps back at you as you burst out of hiding. His moment of fear gives you courage and focus. Neurology recovers from his startlement and screws his face into an expression at least as mean as your own. Neurology holds up his paws and bends his knees. Any last words before I make you my lunch? We only have 1 health? We're not doing so good. Okay, let's sidestep his attack and kick him. Okay, Neurology stumbles back, knocking over the pumpkin mutter. Black spills from his eyes and mouth. Neurology loses 5 health. Neurology gets ready to charge at you, heedless of the melted wax in his path. Meet him halfway with... Oh, no, bide my time and let him slip. Neurology loses his footing in the melted wax. He cries out in pain, losing 5 more health. Neurology picks up the top of the pumpkin and holds it up like a tiny orange shield. And grab the shield and beat him over the head with it. And I'm gone. You fall back into an alley, hurting but still alive. Escape before he gets me. The smell of fire-touched pumpkin pulls at you as you run away. It's so tantalizing and rich. But it's too late now. If you stay, you will die. You vanish behind a pile of bricks. You're still hungry, but the herbs you ate earlier keep you from getting any weaker for the moment. We're not doing so good, but let's go back here. Maybe some of our old friends will come to the gate. As you draw close to the coop, you see Patush still perched atop a Trissel's bunker. Patush looks alert. The alarm bell looks shinier than before. You notice movement to your right. Someone is lurking behind the outer corner of the coop walls. Something scary. You start to turn and run, then realize the figure is actually much smaller than you. Unless a tristle shrank somehow. So it's actually rancid? Probably. The tiny tristle is digging in a puddle. Small claws pinch green worms and hold them up in the light. The elder suddenly looks up, listening intently. Moving like a blur, a tristle heads for a piece of junk at the base of the wall. Creep forward very, very carefully. Small tracks in the dirt disappear beneath a broad plastic panel leaning against the outer coop wall. Behind the panel, a narrow crack extends into the wall itself. You're way too big to fit. If you just charged in here at top speed, you might have gotten stuck. Rancid is talking to Lindiddy in there. You can't hear all the words. How can you? Sure. Makes sense. Okay, I think. Find out if that's... The voices grow quieter. Listen quietly. You strain your ears and hold your breath. A pack of monsters jumps on you from outside the plastic lean-to. Wait, it's the coterie? You restrain yourself. Rancid, Rook, Legidi, and Gory peer at you. They stand back halfway to the coop gate, which is cracked slightly open. You were right, Rancid. She looks you in the eyes. That is you in there, isn't it? I told you I'm right. You're bigger, and you look sharper. Shove my claws to impress Rook. Rook claps their paws with delight. But our friend still has the same faint aroma. Squashed berries and moldy leaves stirring up my wind and rain. It's as though lightning has struck a tree that fell onto a berry bush. Rancid stares at Gory for a moment, then looks back at you. You move the same, and your eyes are the same. It's you. Everyone nods. Yay! Ask for food? You must be hungry to be so cranky. Your aged form is impressive, old one. Nah, you look like you did when I first met you. But what could you possibly mean, Rook? Hungry, starving even, like a morsel who was just bubbled out of the vat. Wait right here. She darts back to the coop gate. Since the puppet show incident, the gate doesn't close quite right. A tristle says someone is coming to fix it soon. Until then, we can slip out and get green worms from these puddles. I can fit through the crack. It's okay, Patush. Just getting worms. I'll bring you some. Careful, it's dangerous out there. Lindiddy returns to the lean-to. We saved these, just in case. It's all we have right now. She rolls 3 goblets of slime across the ground. Her stomach growls as she watches them come to a stop at your feet. I wish I was one that's had share goblets with friends. 8 goblets. You scoop them up with one paw and swallow them all together. What used to be 3 big bites is now less than 1. It would have been a meal before. Now it just takes the edge off your hunger. Lindiddy, I see some ferals nearby. I'm calling a tristle. Get in here before they get you. Shoo the monsterlings back into the coop before they get caught. You're right. You should get out of here too. I doubt you want to meet any ferals. Any other ferals. Gory, shut it. Come back soon. Can you make a sound like a bird? Squawk. What was that? Not bad, old pirate. As good as could be expected. Is there a bird here? We try to listen for that at the crack when we can. The alarm bell rings 3 times. Get in here now, Lindy, and don't forget my worms. The alarm bell rings 3 more times. Ding, dang, dong. Lindy, get the salt back in here now. And once again, don't forget my worms. Right, worms. Rancid pulls a few green worms from under their sweater. Great, I'm coming. The monsterlings run back to the coop gate and slip through the gap. The gate closes. You slip away from the coop with a little slam in your stomach. It wasn't much, but it's enough to keep you from weakening. You get a little sleep. You know what? I think this is where I'm gonna wrap things up. So, if you made it this far and enjoyed the video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Feel free to leave a comment, as I do read each and every single one. I hope you're having a wonderful time zone wherever you are in the world, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!